Hey everyone, I'm Alexis the Ego Queen, and welcome back to Queen's Court. In the last episode, Rosalina really doesn't trust this place. Also, she tried to buy a dress and was denied. It almost killed the person that denied her the dress. But with the real story, here's Viggy.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Viggy the GM, and welcome back to the Queen's Court. When we last left our heroes, after an uneventful journey through the warp, the Oath Unspoken arrives at the paradise world known as Forraliss, domain of rogue trader Maxelian Vor and Dr. Polonia's homeworld. Taking a shuttle down, the Acolytes are greeted by a welcoming committee that informs them that this planet is meant for invitees only, and they are to leave once their time is up. Moving on to the capital of Forraliss and sole major settlement, the warband, accompanied by Lord Captain Heresy, peruse the marketplace with varying success. From there, they go onwards to meet Polonia's parents, who seem to have moved up in the world, and Polonia is met with loving embrace. Thalia, I should say. Theodore Polonia, former seneschal of Maxelian Vor and Thalia's father, informs the warband that Lord Captain Maxelian is hosting an open invitation gala event at his palace, and the Acolytes set to prepare for the coming evening's entertainment. And with that, it is now time to get ready for the for tonight's event. So, I'm pretty sure I know what Rosalina is going to do. So while she is going to do her thing, the rest of you can figure out ways you might want to spruce up your appearance. So, Alexis, what is Rosalina going to do to get what she wants?
Oh, I like that. First off, I'm going to walk up to Thalia. Polonia.
Yes.
Do you have a place I can store my weapons?
I'm not sure. I think I should have somewhere. I'm sure my father will give me some place to put things.
Jesus Christ. 1 second. Be right back. Go to somebody else.
Oh boy, that was unfortunate. Let's see. Does anyone else want to go next? Because this was unexpected.
Not really. No.
Oh boy.
During the time we had to prepare, I donned my masquerade mask, that of a scrap metal based skull.
Are we gonna need masquerade masks for this?
No, I just think that Tarvok is going to take no chances.
It's to add mystery, really. It's to keep my... Well, I can't keep my identity concealed, but it is to add a flair of repertoire. Other than that, I will be patching up my flak robes. I'll still be wearing all my normal gear, as most people would not.
I'm gonna look Tarvok up and down and say, somehow I don't think the mask is going to make you any less recognizable.
No, but what is the Mechanicum's situation on this planet? Are they even here?
The Mechanicus presence on this planet is minimal, to say the least. There are no shrines here, and the adepts of the Mechanicus that are here are only in a maintenance role.
And to that,
for what little tech is on this planet.
To which I give her a smile. It is to appear even more exotic than normal.
I guess. If that's what you're aiming for.
Well, if
Seems
I could...
counterintuitive to wear a mask to try to stick out, though.
And I kind of just shrug my second pair of shoulders. If nothing else, it's for the fun of it. I do quite enjoy parties.
Oh, can I get back to my thing real quick?
Yes, we can.
Alright. Polonia, do you have a place I could store these? And then, yeah, go from there,
Yes.
I guess.
A place is found to store them. What are you going to store?
I'm gonna store everything but Lioness.
Fair enough.
And nope, I'm gonna store everything but Lioness.
And then?
Polonia, are you sure these are safe here?
I would be stunned if they weren't.
And I'm gonna sheath my sword and keep it on my side.
I'm gonna go ahead and put down most of my rifles. I'm just gonna take the plasma pistol and the cut down las pistol.
Indeed. So, there was the matter of that dress for Rosalina. Is she going to make a second attempt?
No, I'm gonna keep the dress that I have currently. It's already fashionable enough for this.
That other one did look. That other one did look good, though.
I'm sure Larisian would agree.
Fine.
And it is local fashion.
I'm gonna look at, because I'm assuming Polonia is giving me the hint to go and get it.
No, not really. Not in character.
Oh.
'Cause that thing was expensive.
Actually, I got it. I got it for this. After I put my weapons down, I'm gonna leave Polonia's side and find Larisian.
You find him?
Larisian,
Yes?
would you mind accompanying me?
What for?
I'm gonna get that local dress. It'll fit for tonight's occasion.
Very well. As I said earlier, it's probably better than most of your wardrobe, so of course I can help you with it.
At that, I'm just gonna clench onto my power sword.
And he's just gonna offer a really cheeky smile.
Sure. And I'm gonna walk back into the store, and I'm just gonna look at Larisian really quickly. Larisian, can I make a? Can
Hello?
No, I'm here. Sorry, I'm trying to speak low on purpose.
Oh.
Can I Can I borrow some credits?
Are you, who are you asking?
The person with me.
Ah,
Me.
right.
Of course you can, Rosalina. Your friend, as long as you intend on paying me back.
Of course.
And it's going to fashion, so...
Alright, Noble, roll for me an influence plus 30.
Alrighty.
Watch him fail too.
That would be awesome. Oh.
Nope. Does not. So,
Yay.
if Alexis wants to attempt again, she now has a plus 50.
Oh, I thought he just bought it.
Oh no, this is just him lending you. There you go. You could have failed that.
I'm just gonna buy the
Alrighty.
dress and look at Larisian. And look at the shop owner. And just like scowl at the shop owner.
She accepts your payment without a word.
Larison would just be leaning on his cane, just smiling very widely at you.
Do you think the clerk smiled when she took your money? You sucker.
Minor details. I'm gonna look at it real quick and I'm just gonna be like, this dress, do you think we can interweave mesh fiber through it, or do you think that that would be too soon? The event is too soon.
Well, it's tonight, isn't it? So perhaps it's too soon. If it really comes down to it, I could see if you could fit into what I usually wear. It's meant to slip under the clothes rather than be weaved into it.
No, I have this, and I'm gonna reveal that I'm actually wearing a bodysuit underneath my dress.
Very nice.
I wonder if Tarvok could actually do this in the time.
It's possible. He's been far more upgraded than when I last saw him, prior to being assigned him. But yes, he probably could.
I'm gonna try to find Tarvok.
Indeed.
P.O.Box is currently in the house looking for the new comrade.
The new comrade?
Amma.
Right. Question, does Amma want to be found?
That depends. Make Tarvok roll a perception test. Or awareness.
Roll awareness, Knight.
Okay.
Do you have the Auspex with you?
Yes.
Plus 20. Well, that's a success.
Roll stealth.
Damn.
Okay. P.O.Box shrugs his shoulders and moves on.
And as he is... Oh, go ahead, Pri.
As Amma watches Tarvok move away from the shadows. With a crooked smile on his face.
And as Tarvok walks away after having shrugged a set of shoulders, he bumps into Rosalina, who seems to be carrying quite the elaborate dress.
Oh my. You must have paid a king's ransom for that.
The price isn't important. I was wondering, can you interweave armor throughout this within the short period of time that we have?
I'm insulted that you would ask that question, of course.
And I'm just gonna...
armor.
I'm gonna hand you the dress.
Armor check?
Yes, this would be an armor check.
4 degrees of success.
Oh, you're just going to succeed?
Yep.
There you go. So, Tarvok spends the remainder of the day weaving mesh armor into the brand new dress that Rosalina just bought. And it is quite the sight for anyone who witnesses it, as he sees 6 bionic arms go to work.
He's a Spider-Man of a different kind.
Yeah.
I am just going to spend the time, like, hanging out with my parents.
Indeed. So, letting that so it's a time to catch up then.
Right. I can't tell them a whole lot about what I've been doing, but...
Yes. And they have not very much to tell you, because, well, Forraliss is quite the uneventful place.
It's kind of
Oh, go ahead.
It's kind of stunning how much has happened since I left. At least for me, anyway.
True. You could spend hours telling them all of the wacky adventures you've been on.
Yeah, but most of those are classified.
That is true. And subject to inquisitorial sanction.
Yeah, so no.
Yeah. So, in that case, Pri, is Amma going to stick to his current uniform, or will he go to town?
He will go and, well, he will find a room and change into his naval uniform.
Indeed. So, in that case, let's see. Noble, is there anything that Larician wants to do before the evening?
Will we given rooms to stay in, or?
Here, yeah, there are enough guest rooms to accommodate the lot of you, and...
Play regicide against me.
Alright, in a minute then. Yeah, if we all have a guest room, then he'll be in one, and he'll essentially just take off Screaming Whisper from his gauntlet, and then same thing with Prejudice of the Heart, and put that on a dresser before patting himself down. Let's see, testicles, spectacles, what, and Chrono, and then he's going to slip his hand into his jacket pocket and feel for the little gem there. And yeah, he's just going to.
It is in there.
You said it is in there?
I said it is indeed there.
Okay, good. And then he'll nod, and he'll go to find Rosalina then.
And he finds her.
I'm sitting
She
at a
appears to
regicide
be-
board.
Is she, Oh, I'm gonna say the dress isn't quite ready yet, but she is sitting there contemplating a move.
Lavrisian, are you any good at this game?
Regicide? I've played it a few times. Not particularly the best at it, but I'd say I'm decent enough.
Care for a game?
Oh, sure, of course. It'd actually be quite yes. Quite good to pass the time.
From the back room you hear, I've played against him before, he's not that good.
Shut up, Tarvok. You're
Still
a robot. I'm a man. There's a little difference there. Well, he wouldn't say robot, he'd say tech priest, but yeah.
I'm just gonna, like, look at him and just be like... Polonia's catching up with her parents. I hope she doesn't reveal anything classified. She seems... Well, she's got a good head on her shoulders. And I'm gonna start setting up the board again for a new game.
Indeed. Roll an opposed intelligence test to play Regicide.
Well, hang on.
God.
Okay, keep going.
As I'm still setting it up. Tarvok is working on a dress. My dress. And... Amma, I have not seen. Have you?
No, but I have to say I haven't particularly been looking for one.
Fair. And it would seem the rogue trader has taken even more of an interest in Polonia.
Oh, just to locate Aristide, he is currently enjoying the good company of the Polonias.
Yes, and I find that quite, well, worrisome.
Alright.
I want to stumble in on you all when you're playing Regicide at some point.
Let's see. You can stumble in once the match is concluded.
Okay.
Alright, with that, roll that intelligence test, Noble.
Okay, well, we all know that Larisian is by far the smartest person on the team. Oh, yep, there we go.
Indeed. So, with that...
You're not very good at strategy, are you?
Not on the tabletop, no. However, putting behind the tactical readout of a battle cruiser, and I could probably win the day.
With that, Polonia walks into the lounge where Rosalina and Larisian are concluding their game.
Oh,
Just gonna walk.
I want to put him in
past.
checkmate right at that moment.
Yes.
As she does so, I'm gonna walk past and look down and say, "Oh, you're playing that game? That's been a while."
Yes, would you care for a game?
Well, I suppose let me put down these things and I'll be right there. We could try. It looks like you finished up Larisian quickly.
Indeed. And with that, Thalia and Rosalina face each other on the regicide board, and let's see how the game goes.
Polonia,
Oh,
you didn't happen to tell your family any secrets, correct?
no. It was rather dull, honestly. There wasn't a lot I could tell them. Socializing wasn't that great, and there wasn't much else to say.
Fair enough. And I'm gonna move a piece and try to get her into check. Because I'm assuming it's like chess.
It is close, and it's pretty much 40k chess.
Yeah, the only difference is hooded regicide, which is ridiculous.
So, the only way you're actually going to get out of this one with a victory mope is re-rolling with a fate point.
No, it's not worth it when I only have 2 of them. I'll just look down at the board as she puts me into checkmate and say, I guess it's been longer than I thought since I played this game. I used to be better at it when I was younger.
When I was in Gala, we had to play this game every week against our teachers. I was never the best at it.
I'll have to pay more attention the next time we play.
Oh, every piece has a purpose. And it's just figuring out the best tactical way to use them. Some sacrifices have to be made.
Of course. It's necessary for victory. You can't win without losing a piece.
That is true, but every piece is important. Every piece is a potential victory. And you must sacrifice only when needed.
I guess there's a time and a place for everything.
You know, I look at these pieces and I think an awful lot about our team. Some of us have been sacrificed, some of us taken, some of us changed.
It's an interesting way to consider it. It's kind of detached, don't you think?
A little bit. But say I were to sacrifice, and I'm just going to say the rook, and just...
Castle. Or is it, what was it called?
Fortress.
Fortress, there we go, goddamn.
Say I were to sacrifice a fortress for a victory. Would that world be sustainable afterwards? Or would our enemies seize the opportunity to send more forces in?
It seems at that level you have to consider factors off of the board.
And I'm just going to look at her. Of course. Thank you for the game, Polonia.
Of course. Sorry I wasn't able to give you a better match.
You see Aristide leading out of a doorway, and he seems to be calling for Thalia to join them back in the living room.
I will go do so.
Mercy will just offer him a kind of annoyed stare.
Aristide doesn't seem to notice that stare.
Good.
Larissa, in a word.
Yes, what is it, Tarvok?
I need you to and I kind of hand him a couple of tools. Hold these for a moment. I'm running out of space with my hand.
You're running out of space with your hands. All of them?
Yes, because he has like 2 hands on like each side of the dress, 2 hands like sewing, doing some sewing, and 1 hand, like 2 hands with like some pressure tools, making sure that they're compact enough and unnoticeable.
Oh.
So I'm handing you a thread and needle.
Then he'll hold it and watch you work.
You seem agitated since we arrived on the Oath Unspoken. Are you mentally sound, sir?
Yes, I'm mentally sound, of course. And you know very well the source of my agitation with that vessel in particular.
Oh, I'm quite aware. We discussed this over drinks last time, but I just need to know, will you play along?
Yes, because that's what's needed of me. I wouldn't be standing here if I was playing along, if I wasn't going to play along.
Do you remember a gentleman by the name of Daedalus Brecht?
Only mentioning him a couple times.
someone with steel discipline, as he was supposed to be, ended up breaking, interfering with the work and becoming an abstract annoyance. I'm just making sure that that will not happen to you. It would be such a tragedy.
I mean, he's just gonna kind of like I can't think of the descriptor for the look, but he's just gonna kind of cock his head to the side and furrow an eyebrow, I guess.
Raise an eyebrow?
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, you have nothing to worry about me, old friend. This is just, well, business. I'm not going to interfere with anything at all.
And...
Unless...
Wait, Mr. I hate to cut you off, Loverskin, but Lady Lockwood.
And at that, I'm going to stop staring intently around the room. Yes.
Your dress has been completed. The mesh has been perfectly synced up with the armor. You should have no problems with breathing or any kind of cooling problems with the dress. And it is completely unnoticeable.
Thank you, Tarvok.
Must say...
Polonia's busy right now. Larisian, do you mind? And I'm going to signal him to walk up to the room that I'm staying in.
No, not at all.
Thank you, Tarvok.
Of course.
Does anyone want to do anything before the evening?
Well, yeah, I'm going to switch dresses. I got this whole scene planned out.
Aside from that.
Oh, I was gonna have up here from one of the corners of the room and wanting to play regicide.
I'd probably start drinking Amistec like 2 or 3 hours before we were planning to leave.
Who does Alma challenge since Larisian and Rosalina went into her room?
No, I'll stay there. Like, I'm signaling him to walk up if Amma wants to reveal himself now.
Right.
Amma walks out of the corner and appearing as he has always been in the room. And
I'm just gonna look at him and grab my sword, like to swing at him. Damn it.
No worries. I have been observing.
Knew I sensed something. Just wasn't sure.
Yes. Fancy a match?
I'm gonna sheath my sword. Larisian, do you mind waiting for a few minutes?
No, not at all. Take your time.
And I'm gonna sit back down at the regicide board.
And Larisian will just go ahead and head on to her room.
Indeed. So, roll
Whoops,
intelligence.
I rolled influence. Sorry, I'll reroll that.
Yes. What No.
I am gonna spend a fate point.
It's so not worth it.
It is so worth it.
Maybe when you have like 20, like you.
Oh, never mind.
Nope.
I am also going to use a fate point.
Oh, this is amazing. Yep.
I'm gonna move to do the same move that beat Polonia.
And out of nowhere, the bishop equivalent arrives to
the ecclesiarchy. Let's go with that.
The ecclesiarch moves in. Hold on, 40k. Let's see.
Yeah, just Google regicide pieces.
Yeah, I did. Here we go. Okay, so as you move into as you maneuver the board into the same position that beat Polonia, your tetrarch gets intercepted by Amma's ecclesiarch, and you find yourself stuck in a check. Before you can find another way out, you can see that he can beat you in 2 more extra moves, and the game is set.
Amma, you bested me with the Ecclesiarch. That's ironic in a way.
How so? His divine right guides us all, does it not?
You are correct. But I have closer ties with the Ecclesiarchy than most.
You don't say.
Amma, tell me about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Bit of your origin. If I am to work with you, I need to know if I can fully trust you. And I'm going to set down my last piece and concede the match.
Well, I am born on a planet nearby, sort of.
So, Askellian native.
Yes. And at a young age, I enrolled in the Imperial Navy.
Is Amma your real name?
It is.
Interesting.
It is my only name.
And you've come to learn our employer pretty well, haven't you?
I would say so, yes.
What are your weapons of choice? How do you go into battle? Do you handle things with charisma, stealth, or do you go in guns blazing?
I do prefer a bit of sneaking about.
And I'm just going to look at the regicide pieces and pick up one and look at it. Interesting. And set it back down. How would you handle a hostage situation?
Maybe sneak up from behind them and cut their throat.
Go for a kill instead of a takedown. And I'm just going to look at the his pieces and look at one. Interesting. Amma, I intend to learn more about you as we work together.
I will divulge as much as I can. Most is, as you would assume, redacted.
Of course. And I'm going to bow my head and then head back to the room that I'm staying in.
Indeed.
Amma is going to make a deep bow. And thank you for the match.
As Rosalina sits up to leave, Amma, you hear the clanking of mechanical feet heading towards you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, tech priest.
Artisan, actually. We haven't actually been properly introduced, and I hold out one of my arms to you. Voltivarius Tarvok, at your service, sir.
He's going to grab your hand. Amma.
Sir, I'd just like to inform you that should you need any modifications, technical or what have you, I am always at service to those serving under... And I, before I say her title, I say, Lady Lockwood.
Most intriguing. I will remember that.
Yes, and well, and we'll let them do their scene first. But before you leave, care to play one more game?
Of course.
We'll do that after their scene.
Well, okay, fair enough. And with that, Larisian and Rosalina are in one of the guest rooms.
Larissian, and I'm going to move my hair, which does actually expose the scar on my neck. Do you mind getting this? And I'm going to point to the zipper on the back.
Well, you're quite easy, aren't you? Usually I have to buy a girl a few drinks first. And he's gonna start, and he's gonna help her take the, he's gonna undo the zipper.
You keep talking like that, you'll taste my blade.
Feisty.
Now be careful, the zipper does get stuck on this.
There's no way to fix that. Have you tried taking it to Tarvok, seeing if there's any way to fix it?
He could. Very easily. But it gives it character.
That's fair enough.
So, as Rosalina prepares to get dressed, what does the new one look like?
The new one is actually a red dress. A very, very elegant red dress. Frilly, lacy, lined up, very gothic. With
Gold
a lot of
embroidery.
strings and bells and whistles on it. I'll actually post a picture of it later. Ah, Larissa got it.
Goddamn. And with that, I think aside from the final regicide match, I think that's it.
I'm back.
All right, perfect. Was the scene over?
No,
Alexis?
there's one more thing.
Go for it. Yes?
I'm gonna start putting my hair back and then putting it back down now that it's out of the way of my my dress.
Rosalina, might I inquire where you got that scar on your neck from? I've never really noticed it before.
And I'm just gonna quickly try to hide it.
Is there something wrong?
No, it's a mark. A mark of a failure, let's just say.
Ah, I see. I bear one of those as well, but if you need not discuss it further, if you wish not to discuss it further, I perfectly understand.
It's from Sister Roseless.
Sororitas?
Yes. Back on Provoska, my family was wealthy. We were teachers at the Scala Progenium. A family tradition, essentially. One that I intend to continue. When Riza, and Riza's just sitting on the bed right now, just kind of rocking her feet back and forth.
She is bobbing her head back and forth in some unknown rhythm.
Back when Riza started first getting sick, I spent a vast fortune trying to get her better. I traveled the stars, traveled everywhere. Nobody would save her. And when I finally saw what had to happen, I ran.
And what exactly had to happen? She, well,
And I'm gonna look at her.
seems to have gotten better.
She did. And I'm just gonna look like really depressed when I say that.
He'll place his hand on her shoulder.
Melancholic is perhaps a better descriptor.
Yeah. I took her to a Magus Biologist who said that he could fix her. I never trusted the tech priests. But it was my only choice. They fixed her. And I'm just gonna look over and kind of give like a smile, but a worried smile. Yeah.
I see. And he's gonna hug her, like, yeah.
I'm gonna have my arms
just in
down,
kind of like a
like...
consoling way.
What was that?
I'm gonna have my arms down, like, almost wanting to push him away. Stop. When I
You knew you will.
When I finally came to, I ran from the family, and Roseless hunted me down. She called me a coward for fleeing the family, leaving him behind. And she swung a sword at me. Truth be told, I don't think the sword actually hit me. Knowing now, I know that she cut me with just the power field. She left a scar on me as a constant reminder of my cowardice.
I see. It's quite... Well, it's quite the story. I'm sorry you've had to, well, deal with such things. That scar is... well... it's a good reminder, I guess, to say.
Yeah. But that was years ago. Riza's still with me. And my life has found meaning once again.
Well, that is very good. There's always... there was a phrase my father always told me, and that is when you lose meaning in life, you lose your path, and when you lose your path, you begin to do very stupid things.
Yeah, you do. And at that, I'm just gonna, like, tug on my sword just a little bit, just to shift it, and call Riza up to me.
Indeed.
Now, we must get ready for the dinner.
Indeed. So, I need Thalia and Rosalina to roll separate deceive tests to apply makeup for the evening.
Ha!
Is that really how we're doing this?
I mean, I have no better way. I think if you use a disguise kit, it's a deceive test.
Kadadori.
Funnily enough, Thalia, quote-unquote, wins, though it isn't an opposed test, because she always gets an extra degree on Charm and Deceive.
It's true.
So, even though both of them do look quite stunning, Polonia seems to have taken an extra effort to make herself...
she knows the traditions of this planet.
Fair enough. So she can do something that fits more with the locale.
I'm just gonna look at Polonia as we meet before the dinner. Polonia, you look radiant.
Thank you, Rosalina. You always look radiant, though.
Now, are there any traditions or any ceremony that I should be aware of prior to this?
Not necessarily, no. Only the fact that you're technically not supposed to be here, so keep that in mind. And Mope, you can add any local traditions you want.
I'm just gonna remind her of that. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Just remember that we're only here because of ecclesiarchal business.
Yes, of course.
So, final approach?
Me and Pri?
Oh yes, the final match. Alrighty. So, going
Bring
back. He did say he would be right back. So, do you want to?
I'm back.
Oh, never mind. So with that, we go to the final regicide match of the day, and let's see how it plays out. And
I'm not done. I want to roll sleight of hand.
oh boy.
A cheater.
Ooh, roll awareness, Tarbok.
Oh.
Yeah. As the game goes on and Amma is struggling to keep up with the calculations of Tarbok, he tries with a swift hand to swap two of his pieces without Tarbok noticing. However, doesn't the baleful eye count as a bionic eye as well?
Yes.
Okay. So, with a quick zoom and an instant replay, Tarbok is able to note that the two pieces have been swapped. However, even accounting for that, he goes ahead and... Actually, does he call him out on it? Yes or no? Or does he just go ahead and win anyway? Fair enough. And with a quick recalculation, Tarbok is able to win the game in 5 more moves.
Yeah. Oh, good game, sir.
Most what do you call it? Exhilarating.
However, if you were going to do that, I would have swapped out the Tetrarch for the Ecclesiarch, not the Ecclesiarch for the Fortress.
Oh. Then Amma is going to blush a bit. I see that you are very perceptive.
Yes.
Good to note.
Indeed, sir. We will have to try this again. Perhaps next time you will pull your deception off better.
We shall see.
And I offer him one more handshake.
He's going to shake your hand.
All right, now let us do the unfortunate act of socialization.
Indeed.
And so, with that, the...
Wait, did Larician put on makeup?
Does he?
Sure.
I'm gonna roll awareness on
okay.
this.
Roll to save.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that was his deceit.
Never used this
like,
stuff.
oh, wow.
No.
He looks like a mess.
I'm just gonna turn to him and just be like, Larician, and take out like a makeup wipe his face off, and actually start doing his makeup for him.
Well, roll to save for him.
Oh god.
All assist. So give yourself plus 10.
Go for it. There you go. I'm not sure what that would entail, but...
Oh, men use makeup all the time. Cover up, blush, eyeliner.
Well, you know more than me.
I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Alrighty. With that, do I want to... Yeah, I'll go ahead. Mope can be filled in later. And with that, the Polonias, Lord Captain Anzavor, and the rest of the warband gather around in the courtyard of the Polonia household, where a rather long auto carriage pulls up, bearing the crest of the Vor dynasty. It seems that Maxelian is sending out transportation to pick up his guests. So, a chauffeur walks out of the driver's side seat, driver's side door, and opens up two doors that swing open on to either side.
I'm going to keep my sword close to me as I enter the vehicle.
Indeed. Actually, for those of you that have seen League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, think Nemo's car.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so awesome. I like this car already.
It is quite sick. And to call it an auto carriage is even more fitting because there's a bunch of sweet, like, imprinted horses up front.
Ooh.
So what you're saying that this is a very fancy car?
I sure am.
Victor. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Larissa, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes, let's do it.
But Viggy, to the auto carriage, can I roll a security check to see if there's any like recording devices, bugs, or anything like that inside of it?
That is actually a scrutiny test, I think. Roll scrutiny against your perception. Would I given you a +10? Actually, does the Auspex help with this? I think it should. Because you're picking... Roll a tech use for me to see if you can activate the Auspex to find tiny electrical devices. There you go. And with that, you are able to successfully scan the vehicle, and as far as you can tell, no, there does not appear to be any sort of listening devices implanted in the car.
Yes.
You should be safe.
And actually, before I make my way fully into the car, I actually look over. Thalia, a moment, please.
Of course, Tarvok, what do you need?
I want you to witness something, since you are the one who told me about this place to begin with.
What is that?
Witness me.
I placed my hand to my rebreather, which I normally keep on, and you hear it unclasping. And for the first time, I take a full breath of fresh Forralissian air. Oh my, this is unusual. It's quite... Oh.
You can understand why people here aren't so eager to give up their organic components.
This is... It's just air, but there's no taste to it. It's just...
Just O2.
And with that, he quickly attaches his rebreather and enters the car.
That is quite the thing. So, anyone want to do anything? No? Yes?
Larson's just gonna mentally check over everything he has on him and then sit as far away from Heresy as possible.
Oh,
I'll get
boy.
into the car near Aristide, of course.
Indeed.
Amma is going to sit next to Larissa and make small talk.
Can I even fit in this thing?
Yes, you can. This is quite the large vehicle, though you do take up about 3 spaces. And you do have to almost lie on your side.
I just imagine it like one of those spiders that like crawls into a crevice.
Ugh.
I'm just going to take the opportunity to sit and brush Reese's hair and clean off her wings again.
Indeed. So, with
and
that...
sing to her.
With that, the auto carriage starts forward to what can only be the palace of rogue trader Maxelian Vor. And as the auto carriage comes to a stop, you are the doors swing open for you, and as you walk out, you see quite the enormous structure, which must be the palace itself. It is built in the same architectural style of the rest of Forraliss. Notably, its lacking in the usual Gothic architecture, seeming to take on a more pleasing and rounded shapes. Marble and wood paneling can be seen everywhere, and the staircase itself leads up to the front door, which are swung open, and a man dressed in the finery of the Vor dynasty appears to be waiting.
Polonia.
Yes.
On the way here, there was no sounds of gunfire, no poverty or no fighting on the streets, no gangs trying to kill each other for the next meal. How does this exist in this universe?
To be honest, I asked myself the same thing when I ended up on Solium. How can such a disgusting place be allowed to exist?
But this place lives, but it's not with human hands, it's with animals, flora, fauna.
Maybe there's a lot more than mechanics out there, Tarvok.
Oh, passe. Rosalina.
Yes.
What was Pravoska like? More like the Solium or more like this place?
I would say it's more similar to any other hive city.
But, so Thalia, tell me, how do you sleep without the sounds of the clanking of machines or the sounds of life? True life, really.
The fact that you have to ask me that question is strange for so many reasons, Tarvok. It's actually quite comforting to be able to sleep with no sound.
Yes. This place is strange. I'm not sure I can't tell if I like it here or not. It's alien in a way.
Do you really think so? I found the Solium to be alien. It was so industrial and rigid. Nothing flowed.
But products, the sound of commerce, the sound of life being born and taken in an instant, there's a majesty to it, really.
You say majesty, but I see brutal efficiency.
It's quite beautiful, yes.
I think I would prefer some place where I could breathe the air and where greenery could grow.
Perhaps, but if you notice, just like yours and my relationship, even though we are very different, we come together in a type of, and with this, he says with a bright smile, brutal efficiency.
I guess when you put it that way, I haven't considered it. I'm going to look down a little stunned thinking about that kind of thing.
Just as for Lisa and the Solium serving him, so do we as well. Two sides of the same coin.
I definitely prefer this side.
But one must exist without the other.
Somehow, I don't think this all would have much issue surviving without the technological aspect. You know, most planets are like this before they're found.
Yes, but how is the nature on this planet violent? I've heard planets that are very, very luscious and green that are not so hospitable. Are there any hostile wildlife on this planet?
There are some predators, but nothing that's worth noting. Nothing that makes the planet uninhabitable.
Interesting.
There are some species of large felid that roam around in the forest, but nothing that can't be helped with a sharp crack of a lasgun.
Very well. You will have to... Perhaps next time we return to your home, you can provide me with literature of this planet, cultural pieces, and other things like that.
Well, I'm sure that even off-world we could find plenty of paintings that have been done of Forraliss.
Are you an artist yourself, Fallow?
No, not really. I've always been so focused with schoolwork.
Perhaps when we get a moment, I will take the time and draw myself a piece of scenery as a little keepsake.
Maybe, although I'm sure there are plenty of artists who you could commission to do it for you on the street.
Oh.
That is true. There is indeed a thriving industry of artists that offer their services sight unseen.
Fair enough. But for now, and I look over to Rosina and Arma and Larisian, we must focus on the mission at hand, whatever that may actually be.
Which your fearless leader has yet to reveal, though some suspect.
And with that,
On that note, I'm going to put a hand on what's left of Tarbok's shoulder and say, somehow I think our journey here should go without event.
That's good, because I left my rifles at your house. I still have the harpoon and a few other things, but
Where the hell are you hiding a harp? Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's hiding a lot more than that.
With that, I'm actually going to start putting Riza's hairbrush into my pack and just look towards the rest of the party. Are we ready to go?
we are.
It would seem so.
But I must ask, what are we doing here exactly?
That is to not be discussed here. When we have privacy, we will discuss it.
And to that, I flash a hand signal of concern.
Is it just you putting two hands together?
Yes.
It's not even part of
like
it's not even part of the battle count. It's just a universal thing.
Hold on, I'm going to try to read her mind.
God damn it. Stop mind reading, you witches.
Oh, damn.
Resist that.
She can. Well, shit. So,
Did you
what
actually
is...
push?
I
She
didn't
did
push.
not.
I used, I only have like 10 seconds that I'll get from you.
Why is Tarvok so irritating? Oh well. The mission at hand. The investigation of Polonia and her family. Something's not right.
Stop.
Okay.
And with that, you have... What the... And with that, you have...
Sorry, people outside are building for some reason while blaring country music because they're rednecks.
Yeehaw. So, with that unnerving revelation in mind, the warband with the Polonias and Lord Captain Anzafor start moving up towards the marble stairs that lead up to the front door. As you arrive, you see the man in the livery of the Vor dynasty. He looks towards the first up the stairs. Who is going to be first up the stairs?
Interrogator Red Dress.
Oh my god. I would actually signal for Polonia to go before me.
Thalia or the other two?
All of them.
All
No,
of them?
I'm thinking you should go first.
If she wants to hang back, then Theodore Polonia will take lead with his lovely wife.
Then I guess I'll go in behind my parents.
And Aristide, just to mirror the arrival of the older Polonias, he offers you his arm in a.
I'll take it.
And with that, the herald, you can hear that the man in front is the herald of this household, and he inquires the senior Polonias about their name and status, to which they reply. And next up, and they are let pass. Then Aristide and Thalia move up, and Aristide introduces himself with his full title, Rogue Trader and Lord Captain. Polonia, how do you wish to be heralded?
I'm gonna go ahead and just introduce myself as Thalia Polonia. And then after hesitation, say medical doctor.
Fair enough. Alright, after Aristide and Thalia are allowed pass, who is going to walk up next?
Me.
Arma is going to offer Rosalina his arm.
Hot damn.
I'm gonna take it and walk up.
And the herald inquires of Rosalina first of name and title.
I'm just gonna look at him and just be like, actually, wait. Oh god, I'm gonna say Ren Rosalys.
No title?
No, I'm getting there. Give me a second. I was thinking.
Get on with that.
Ren Rosalys, preacher of the ecclesiarchy.
Roll to see.
Okay, come on. I did this for makeup. I could do this again.
Yeah? Alrighty, let me roll against you.
I'm actually gonna... no.
Let's see. I will roll the scrutiny. And against fellowship. There we go. And...
balls.
oh, damn. Nope. Nope. It's equal, so you win. Because characteristic bonus. You have higher fellowship than he has fellowship. So, there you go. Had he rolled lower than 10, he would have got you. But he didn't. So, with that, what does Amma introduce himself as?
First, he will look at Rosalina and smile a bit, and then he will say, Amma, Ensign Amma, Balfit Askelon.
The herald notes it down in his slate.
This is a,
guys, hang on. There was an interruption in the stream.
What? Are we still live?
Yeah, I don't know. The stream just got interrupted. Let me just ask chat real quick.
Uh-oh. Not good. Excuse me.
hey, Vivi, quick question. Battle fleets have
Okay,
their
we're good.
emblems and stuff, right?
They do.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yes, Amma does indeed have the insignia of Battlefleet Ascalon.
Okay.
Oh, Vicky, I'd
Which
hate
is
to do this, but
Yeah.
can I retcon what I said?
Sure. We haven't gone that far yet.
Okay. Just continue with those two, though.
Alrighty. So, actually, Do you need time to think on your retcon, or do you?
No,
have
I'm
it
actually
right
just
now?
going to introduce myself as my name.
So it's going to be
Rosalina Lockwood.
Lady Rosalina Lockwood of the Apex, because that's where you're from. In
the Apex of
Solium.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna try to include Pravoska in there, but
You kind of don't have anything to go back on.
yeah, I know. So yeah, Apex of Desolium.
Indeed. So, Tarvok, you're up.
First of all, with that comment, Tarvok puts a hand on Larisian's shoulder and then uses another one to pop him upside the head. before
The hat does not get ruffled.
There you go.
And with that, you click your way forth.
Artisan Tarvok, the Reforged.
Indeed. And he notes down your name and title. Wait, you didn't give him your full name?
Baltavarius Tarvok.
There we go. Just making doubly sure. And with that, Nibble, you're up.
Alright, and he'll introduce himself. Uruthassala Ashmain, Captain. Wait, okay, if you introduce yourself as a captain, you have to say the ship, right?
Indeed, you are captain of the...
Captain of the Modus Shield.
Type that into chat, please.
Alright, I will in a moment. Battlefleet Strigoi.
I'm sorry, what was that sector? Type all of that information into chat. I need to be able to read that. So, with that, you are let in to what appears to be the main hall.
Yo, that's fancy.
So, take note that the scene is not this empty, and there are people scattered all over, dressed in the finest local fashion, each dress more elaborate than the next. And as you arrive at a balcony that overlooks this grand hall, you can see that at the end of the hall there appears to be another staircase with a modest throne, so to speak, upon which you can see that there is a man dressed in the red jacket of a rogue trader with golden lapels on his shoulders, and his face appears to be olive-skinned, the usual sharpness of features that the Highborn are known for. No doubt some work has been done. His hair is it is gray, though not from natural aging. This seems to have been colored, and it has been slicked back into with a unholy amount of hair gel. Well, hair grease, let's call it that.
Do I recognize him?
Indeed, you recognize Polonia, well, Thalia, immediately recognizes this man as Lord Captain Maxelian Vor, the man who lords over this planet in the Emperor's name.
I'm assuming Heresy will be able to identify him by his outfit, too.
Indeed. As you look at Maxelian and glance over at Aristide, you can see that he is trying and failing somewhat to hide his pleasure at this occasion. So
interesting.
So, Ren? Actually, Rosalina. God damn it, I really should stop calling her that, though it's a bad habit. As you cast out your psychic sense, you are able to sense several different things. It seems that a sizable group in here seems to be psi-shielded in some variety.
Can I tell from where?
From where you're standing, it is difficult to tell. All you can see are murky spots where you would usually see people's thoughts swirling about.
I'm gonna... Tarvok is behind me, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna do some hand signs behind my back really quickly as I stand there to present myself. And I'm gonna sign there are psi shields in effect in here.
Psi blockers, I should probably say. That's what they're usually called.
I make note of that, and although I don't have a bunch of them, I do carry one rat on me, which I will be deploying later to scout the area out from the crevices.
Indeed. The rat is in its finest fur. Hee hee.
Gosh darn rats.
That's adorable.
With all my ring. Just a rat.
Just don't lose it, because it might invade the local fauna.
Don't worry, he's on a leash, and I actually have a kill switch on them.
Hot damn. So with that, you take your turn to. God damn it, Noble! You take your turn at the staircase that leads down into the main hall, and you can see that the herald that let you in is standing at the top of the balcony, and he summons a servo skull with a loudhailer on it, just the standard model, where he says, announcing Theodore and Mara Polonia, formerly of crap. I forget what the Maxellian ship is called. Well,
Formerly of crap.
I really should have that, and I'm so desperate to get this right that I'm going to grab his ship name. It is... Where did I put it?
I guess Larisian has a better ship, because your ship is crap.
Here we go. Found it. That was easy. Formerly of the Indomitable Will. And the two of them walk down the staircase in their fine clothing. Announcing Lord Captain Ansafor, Aristide Ansafor, Lord Rogue Track. Hold on, restarting that one. Holy crap! Aristide has a long name/title. Announcing Rogue Trader Aristide Ansafor, Lord Captain of the Oath Unspoken, and with him, Dr. Thalia Polonia. And the two of you stroll down the staircase. Announcing Ensign Armor of Battlefleet Ascalon. Accompanying him, Lady Rosalina Lockwood of the Disolium Apex of Hive Primus. And so forth.
Apparently we switched partners.
No, you didn't.
Anyway,
you were accompanying Alma, were you not?
Oh, Alma. Sorry, I missed the name because I was too busy getting mad at my neighbors.
No worries.
For blaring bad rock music.
Of course. Announcing Artisan Baltivarius Tarvok of the Reforged Foundry in Hive Disolium. And tick, tick, tickety, tick, down the stairs you go. And finally, crap, I should read that all again. Here we go.
Didn't type it all out.
Actually, how big is the Morith shield? Because depending, you would have only the rank of captain.
It's a battle cruiser.
It's a battle
lord.
Fair enough. Man, did you roll a deceive for that?
No, because you didn't make me.
Well, shit.
Also, technically, no, it's not a lie. It's his father's ship.
Well,
just him being the captain of it is a lie.
Fair enough. I would have given you some bonuses to that. However, announcing Lord Captain Ulrich Thasselar, Lord Captain of the Morith Shield, the Battlefleet Strigoi. I really should not be playing that game, Noble, but I'm going with this. And you are, and you walk down into the milling crowds of the Ascalon's great nobility. So, you are now, as you wander about the various groups that have gathered up, exchanging gossip and other pleasantries, be they false or not, you can hear the echoes of fake laughters with the various ladies trying a bit too hard to laugh at not quite so funny jokes, jests, I should say. You see gilded servitors with trays of exquisite food imported from all over Ascalon wander about as they take Amasek glasses and refill them.
I'm gonna start approaching each of these groups and intermingling.
Indeed. So, as you arrive at the first group you see, you can see that there appears... roll for me... I don't think you actually have... Wait, I think... You don't have the lore skill for this, but I think you have something that could work, and that is... Your peer... No, wait, you don't have peer ecclesiarchy. Never mind. Or ministorum.
Oh, did I not buy it yet? Oops.
No, you did not.
Oh.
You really should get on that.
Yeah.
Who can I... Also, babe, you forgot to... Wait, hold on. Did I see that right? Oh, you haven't bought that yet. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing. Let me see. What can you actually use for this?
You didn't fill in my psychic abilities.
Oh, crap. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. Okay, let me take control of your sheet for a bit. I need to...
Yeah, that's fine. Regardless, I'm gonna walk up to whatever I can find for a higher noble male.
Higher noble male. I have something else in mind that you find in this group, which just so happens to be... You know what? Screw it. You know this. This is just too easy not to know. You can see the man who is wearing the ceremonial headdress and robes of the ecclesiarchy, and his outfit would denote him as the rank of cardinal. You can see that his great gray beard flows all the way down to his chest, and he appears to be he seems to be caught up in some theological debate with a member with a man in black robes wearing not wearing anything, but in black robes and a pale face.
I'll approach.
Indeed.
Can I attempt to overhear the conversation before I approach?
Indeed. Roll for me an awareness test with a -10.
Whoops. No. It'd be... Yeah, that's... What was the minus or plus?
The minus was 10.
Got this. Don't got it.
You would have gotten if it were not for the crowd. You try to listen into the conversation of these men. However, they... Wait a minute. There is another talent for this. I need to double-check lip reading, because I know that is an awareness thing. Let me see. Lip reading. Here we go. The difficulty of the test is modified by -10 for every 10 meters distance. Damn. That would have That's
Well,
okay. So you would
regardless,
have
I
failed
failed.
either. You would have failed either way. Never mind. Never mind. So, with that, you can see you as intently as you try to listen in, you are unable to hear them over the crowd, and you approach. Yes,
Yep.
you can tell that. So, I'm going to. There is one way for you to find out who people are before you approach them.
Yeah, I could just
And
read their
that would-
minds.
Well, aside from that, in a less risky way, you can go onto the comm and ask Polonia to point out things to Aristide, who, in theory, should be able to whisper in Polonia's ear, and that way everyone else can hear.
I could do that.
Or,
I'm gonna walk up to these guys.
indeed,
Okay.
you arrive at a group of about 4 people, 2 of which seem intently debating some matter or other. You can see you recognize you recognize the black robe figure as being a member of the Eulogus Askeline of Thaur, a planet you've recently been to.
I'm gonna hold out my hand for one of the guys to kiss it and greet me.
The man, the Archcardinal, looks over to you and says, "Ah, greetings, my child. Is there a blessing I can bestow upon you?"
Greeting, Cardinal. Does he actually take my hand?
He does, and he kisses the back of your hand.
Greetings, Cardinal. I am Rosalina.
Archcardinal.
Oh, greetings, Archcardinal. I am Lady Lockwood of Lockwood Manor of Desolium.
Ah, you must be quite important to have found yourself in these hallowed halls.
Why, yes. We're trying to rebuild. We're currently building Scaloprogeniums across Desolium to educate its population to make it more useful to the Imperium at large.
Roll deceive +10.
This isn't a lie.
Well, Well, that's the thing. Like, there's no such thing as rebuilding Scala Progeniums.
No, building Scaloprogeniums.
Well,
And rebuilding her name. It's
Right.
technically not a lie. It's what she's doing.
Yeah. It feels off. Never mind. So, he says, "Ah, yes, a most noble pursuit indeed. Tell me, Lady Rosalina,
I didn't say my first name.
Oh, my bad. Well, you did get announced.
No, that's true.
Yeah, so most everyone in this room should know your first name. Ah, yes, so, tell me, Lady Rosalina, have you ever been to Ossuar?
Sadly, no. But I do.
Oh, my dear, you simply must visit someday. The shrines, they are truly the greatest majesty in Escalon. Though my colleague here, and he looks over to the Black Robe man, has some strange idea about the majesty of the God Emperor's grace. It is most morbid, I find."
And I'm gonna look at him. He's the one from the world we've been to, correct?
Yes, the black-robed, pale-faced man is indeed Thaurian. You recognize him as a high-ranking member of the Eulogus Askeline.
I've been to your world. It was pleasing, to say the least. But I don't think...
My greetings, and thanks for your kind words.
I wish one day that my family can get a proper burial there. Once they are done serving the God Emperor, that is. Because...
Of course.
And I'm going to look back at the Cardinal. Because...
Cardinal?
Because, as you know, even in death we serve. And I'm going to gesture over to Riza and the 2 servo skulls.
Ah, what a curious sight that is. Come here, my child, and he holds out his hand.
I'm going to signal Riza to go over to him.
Indeed, and as Riza hovers in front of the Archcardinal, he lays his palm upon her head, as if to, in beneficence, and says, Emperor, bless this servant of yours, that spreads your beauty and grace across this benighted galaxy. And with that, he lifts up his hand, and Riza flies away.
I simply must visit your world, though.
Oh, it has a long and grand history, leading all the way back to the glorious days of the Crusade, where many a war hero was laid to rest, and later what's the term for making someone a saint? I'm blanking
Sanctifying?
on it. Is it?
It actually is.
Canonizing, there we go. That's the word I was looking for. Where many a saint was canonized. There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
You wouldn't happen to mean the Emperor's angels, would you?
Oh, no, none at all. I simply mean great war heroes that were later recognized as imperial saints.
You know, I fought alongside a saint.
Did you know? And his eyes go wide at this.
He was a thing of magnificence. The Emperor bestowed him great gifts, and there is a shrine being built under Solium as we speak for him.
This is news to me. I will have to send a delegation to make sure that this account has been canonized.
Just be sure to spread the word that Lady Lockwood is the one that discovered this saint.
Roll charm.
I'm gonna pass it.
And you do.
I'm gonna pass it with a fate point.
And +1 influence.
Yay!
So, with that,
I'm guessing I'm mingling, so everybody else do something real quick.
Yes, you're going to keep mingling with those dudes. So, who wants to go next? Because if no one goes, I have something planned.
I will just mingle with the crowd and follow Aristide's lead.
Indeed. As you and Aristide walk about, taking in some of the fine cuisine and finer drinks, Aristide starts playing a little game with you, where he is attempting to name every single person in here. He gets close. He points out that the Archcardinal that Rosalina appears to be conversing with is one Archcardinal Consaig, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure Corvus would have my head for that pronunciation, but he's not here. He. And a bit further away, he points out Lady Captain Hesia Luftius of the same rogue trader dynasty. Of course, Maxelian Vor sits on his high and mighty throne, seemingly, although you do note that every time you have looked over at Maxelian since you were announced, you can see that Maxelian appears to be glancing over in your direction, which just so happens to include Aristide, and is somewhat curious as to what such an esteemed individual is doing this far away from her appointed dominion.
Well, anyone could want to get away from the wider Imperium, especially when you compare it to what this looks like, what it's here.
Indeed, and Aristide theorizes that someone who turns down an invitation to Forraliss would be making himself a political martyr.
I certainly would never do it. I would never pass up the chance to come home.
Mm-hmm. So, do you do anything specific other than just take in the wonderful scenery?
No, I'll just mingle with people. And then, yeah, cut someone else. I'll be right back.
Yes. So, who wants to go?
You know what Alma is going to do, Viggy.
Yes, indeed. Roll for me a sleight of hand.
Oh no.
I'm going to reroll that.
Yeah.
God damn, no!
Oh boy.
Hi, Corn.
I
Corn says he would knock it off.
I am going to roll something to make sure. Let's see.
You know, Corn doesn't like pickpockets and thieves.
No, he does not. He doesn't like underhanded business. I'm going to do this and roll an awareness against you. Let's see. Oh, wow. This individual does not have awareness. Well,
There actually were.
You were unable to do what you wanted to do, Pri. However, the individual that you attempted that on didn't actually spot you.
I'm going to slip away.
No.
I'm going to slip.
You take a little misstep as you attempt to exit from the scene of your supposed crime. Oh damn. Ren, you note that Alma seems to have taken a slight misstep and is attempting to rebalance himself. He is normal. This is unusual, as Alma has always been quite so poised in all of your dealings so far.
I'm gonna look at him, give him like a strange look really quickly, but then turn my head back to the Archcardinal and give him a fake laugh.
Alma is going to point both his arms towards one of the long dresses on the floor.
I guess with that, Tavok and Theta 01. Is there a dark corner devoid of people?
Yes, there are plenty of corners where the glow of lumen globes does not reach.
Yes. I'm going to head over there, and if anyone kind of looks at me, I just start staring at them because I have the scrap mask on in an attempt to kind of, intimidate them away from, do not look at the tech priest.
Indeed.
And once I reach the corner, I deploy the Scout Vermin Mark 36, kind of using Theta 01 as kind of like a cover, as moving my hands on him to like perform basic maintenance to kind of use my hands as like a distraction. As he is
hands like a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man as a piece of turd just falls out of you.
Basically,
but this turd happens to be a rat.
We're out at this fancy party talking to people, and Tarvok's in the corner playing with rats.
Basically.
Yeah, sounds about right.
He's so crazy.
And then, is there a crevice or something I can send him in so that he may begin his scouting mission?
Yes, you find a grate, and he is able to squeeze through in his tiny ratty way.
All right, and then I'm gonna spend that time. Again, just performing basic maintenance on Theta 01, but using my data slate as like to view his perspective.
Yes.
And I kind of send a message to Rosalina.
Alrighty.
Scout has been deployed, beginning reconnaissance.
From across the room, you see me put my hand on my hip, but you notice that it's actually a hand sign that just says that essentially confirms okay or confirmed.
Copy that. And with that, Tavok kind of just does his thing where some hands have coffee and books and just his normal thing.
I'm actually going to excuse myself from the Arch Cardinal. Excuse me. I just need a drink.
Of course, my dear, of course. Please, if you require a blessing later, I will be around.
Of course. If you could bless my work here, that would be... And I'm going to point to this sword on my side. This is actually a sword from this... Oh, no, wait, no, it's not. Never mind. Retcon that all out. I forgot that just the force part of it is from that saint. My bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you could bless my work gear later on, that would be most exquisite.
Of course, of course.
And with that, I'm actually going to look at the rogue trader, the one that's sitting up on the throne.
Indeed. He appears to be enjoying the view and leaning back.
Hey, Vicky, I have a quick question.
Yes?
What's the relation... would I be able to figure out the relationship between the Tyranids and the Borgs?
You would just know that instinctively. The Serenas have not much dealing with the Vor dynasty since the different endeavors that they go on do not intersect very much. There is a very genial relationship between the two, since, well, they don't share a blood feud over the last decades.
Okay.
So you're on quite solid ground here. No need to worry about anything catastrophic.
Good. Then that will come into play in a moment.
However, I need you to roll an awareness test, Noble.
Me? Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Vicky, is it obvious who he's staring at?
Maxelian?
Yeah.
Roll an awareness with a plus 20 to make sure.
If not, I'm going to take a wild guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a fate.
Oh boy.
So I have 2 left.
Nope.
Can I pass an awareness test? That would be terrific.
No, you can't.
Okay, that's fine.
So, as you are looking over at Maxelian, it is difficult for you to tell what he's focusing on, seeing how his gaze moves around. And, however, someone who does notice is Larisian. And as soon as you see a crowd of people parting, you note that there is a person there that you recognize. And as soon as you look at him, he looks up at you, and you instantly recognize the face of Callisto Serena.
Huh.
This, you know, is a younger brother of Banu. He is way too far down the line to ever have an actual shot of making Rogue Trader. However, he is a Lord Captain of his own ship. But what he is doing here is unknown to you.
So we both see each other, right?
Indeed. He, when he sees you and you lock eyes for but an instant, he nods his head with a crooked smile on his face, which instantly disappears as quickly as it goes on there. And then he returns back to his own conversation, pretending not to have noticed you, sort of.
Oh, but I'm going to take note of him. By the way, who's higher up in the line near him?
I think, technically, because Banu got leader, he is. Had Rostam not stepped down, you would have counted as higher.
Okay. I'm going to make my way over to him.
Yes, indeed. As you arrive behind him, he appears to have made some quite the what's the word I'm looking for? Lewd isn't quite what I'm going for. Risque, there we go. Thank you. Callisto seems to have made quite the risque jest as the ladies in the group cover their mouths and giggle furiously. And what do you say?
Callisto, you were never much for a charmer, were you?
No, I suppose I wasn't. But then again, it is quite easy in a place like this if people are looking to climb the social ladder, wouldn't you say? And he turns around to face you. You see that he bears the signature skin tone of the Serena dynasty, darker, that of a darker skin tone, though his face is somewhat more youthful than yours, seeing how he is not that old, maybe 100. No age at all, really.
Hold on. I'm 23.
Wait, I thought you were like way older than that.
No.
Fair enough. Okay.
We discussed this.
Fair enough.
The whole reason I was ever made captain was because I was my father's favorite son.
Whoops. My bad. I forgot your age. He is then 21.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I completely blanked on that. I keep thinking that Highborn characters are stupid old. Well, old in parentheses.
Oh, wait. Okay. My apologies. Correction. I'm 25.
Oh.
I just checked my sheet. Just to make sure.
You didn't even know your own age. Bam.
In fact, yeah. He was originally 23. That's all I remembered. And then I shifted it to 25.
He's going to steal your age.
Yeah.
He's now 23.
Highborn characters being old, that's silly.
Yeah, Grandma.
Go on.
So, but I must say, Larisian, it is quite the shock to see you traveling around with that miscreant, and he glances over at Aristide.
Yes, it is Callisto, but I personally wish I...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh. Yes, well, I personally wish I wasn't forced to be in his company, but my current acquaintance, and he's going to kind of motion in the general direction of Rosalina, she's the reason I'm really tagging along with him in any manner. And also, please refrain from calling me by Lucian. It's Ulrich Tasla.
Oh, of course, but for now, it is, you will, oh, yeah. Wow, I have no idea where I was going with that. Let me just reverse that and go, oh, of course, Thasilar, though I have no idea where you got that. I will refrain from blabbering too much, though it would be a crying shame if Banu found out.
Well, perhaps it would be, yes. It's a good thing she isn't out.
I will. You should watch yourself, Ulrich. You never know what treachery might await, be that merely political or otherwise.
Oh, I'm very well aware of the treachery that may happen in the future. Very well aware, probably far more aware than you will ever be.
We shall see. You better stay on the right side of history.
I shall.
You know it does not like a loser.
Yes, I know. The old Adam, the winner always writes the history books.
Excellent. Now, please, enjoy yourself. I am sure you've missed this.
Yes, I very much have, and do try to stay out of trouble and not end up in the rogue trader wife's bed, yes?
No promises.
And yeah, I'll stop bothering Callisto at that.
Indeed, and he goes back to making his lewd jokes. So, who wants to go next, if any?
I have one more thing. I'm gonna look at the rogue trader.
Yes?
Like, I'm not gonna make direct eye contact with him. I'm just gonna look at him really quickly.
Yes. Hold on, let me make a test for him. Let's see. And no, he does not notice you.
Then I'm just gonna speak really quickly and give my position away.
Yes?
It's interesting to see two rogue traders in one location at the same time.
Who are you speaking to?
I'm speaking to the rogue trader that I'm looking at.
Oh, so you've walked up the stairs?
No, I'm below this. Well, yeah, let's say I'm right next to the stairs. Speaking loud enough that he can definitely hear me.
As you say this, you catch Maxelian Vor's eye, and he, and with a slight grin, he summoned you up towards his throne.
I'm gonna graciously bow and walk up to him.
I must say, I've not seen you here before. Are you a new arrival here?
Yes, I'm in the company of the Polonias at the moment.
Ah, you must be Rosalina Lockwood, yes?
Yes, I am.
So, tell me, Rosalina, what is a fine specimen like yourself doing in a place like this?
Aside from enjoying the lavish party that you're throwing?
Why, thank you. That is praise most fine to hear.
And, of course, building up a social growth and, the typical noble stuff. And I'm gonna say this with, like, a passing meh.
I see. Tell me, Lady Lockwood, would you like a chance to really turn head?
I'm always looking for that.
Ah, and at that, he stands up and offers you his hand. Would you care to join me for a little escapade on the dance floor?
Of course. And I'm gonna graciously take his hand.
Indeed, and he leads you down the stairs. At this, the murmur quiets a bit around the around the ballroom. Let's just call it that.
Do we need awareness check to notice?
No, you do not. Anyone who wishes to notice can notice this. So, with that, the middle of the room gets cleared out to make space as Maxelian and Rosalina come walking down. towards the center, and as social decorum would suggest, they are about to partake in some ballroom dancing. And anyone who wishes to take part in this as well can join them on the dance floor. This is mostly up to you, Mope, if you want to drag Aristide with you.
Yeah, I'll go dance out there with Aristide, but I don't want to be one of the first people to do it. I don't want to do it until other people start going out there.
Indeed.
Ama's going to try to find a pretty lady to ask too.
Oh boy, this is going to be. You're going to try a quick and dirty charm. Go for it.
So I'm going to roll a charm test.
You can have a +20. Ouch.
He runs back into the person he tried to pickpocket.
Biggie,
Yes.
charmbot.exe activated.
Oh no, this might go badly. You can have a +10 at most.
Oh, hold on, let me reroll it. Oh, wait, with the +10 I pass it.
With a +10, you passed that.
Oh my god.
How come Coghead managed to and I don't? I'm gonna reroll mine.
Charmbot.exe can't be beat.
I rerolled mine.
And you made it.
And Christian will just like offer his hand to the nearest attractive person because he just doesn't care.
Alright,
Okay.
so.
Okay, Biggie, what poor unfortunate soul did Tarvok manage to charm?
I'm not sure. I'm going to say that there is a rather gaudy woman that you were able to figure out is from, what's the place called? I forget. It's on. I need to double check the map because I know it's there.
Binary?
No. It's Snopes World. There we go.
What a nice place.
It is. Actually, roll for me, Common Lore Ascalon sector.
Oh, we're just gonna go ahead and pass it.
Oh, fair enough. You know that Snopes World is... Crap, since you passed it, I now have to get the book, because that's what fate points do. They give you book information. See? Snopes World. Is it...
Can't beat charm.exe.
No, that is impossible. Let's see. I need the index, and we have... It is on page 115. Here we go. Snopes World. Snope World.
Wait,
was
Biggie,
once...
I gotta stop you.
Yes?
I made an illegal move.
You made an illegal move?
I can't use a fate point to get that because I forgot I did Alexis's armor.
Don't you have a... You have two, right?
Yeah, and then I used it for the charm test.
Oh, you did!
Oh,
So, roll it then. Roll it then. Let's see what you get.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, that's... I'll give you a paragraph. Snopes World was once the most prominent world within Ascalon, and it is said that, at its height of its power, its influence stretched well past the distant spires of the Pellucid Tower. That's on Juno. Now, however, it is little more than a poisonous swamp, its towering spires gradually falling into ruin as its rulers squabble over the last scraps of wealth like starving canids. Even more distressing is the evidence of the planet's once lucrative trade routes are becoming weaker every year, and many now fear Snopes World imminent isolation, its seething masses falling on each other as the last vital links are severed. Yeah, that sounds like someone who would take up Tarbok's offer.
Yo. And you know what? And while we dance, we're going to be discussing possible business deals.
Oh, goody. This is...
that sounds like my kind of world. Commerce and backstabbing?
Perfect.
What does Amma find? I'm curious.
Let's see. I'll handle that now. Ooh, you actually find, funnily enough, the military governor, Severine Cantrella, which is also wearing her... which is also wearing the navy blue.
Ooh.
Indeed. Noble, what was your question?
I haven't rolled charm, so what would the bonus be?
You have a what now?
I had a little charm, so what would the bonus be? To find a partner.
Did you not roll?
No, I just
Oh, yeah,
hadn't.
Oh yeah, you didn't. Let me see. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bam. You find a young local Forralissan woman. No real power or prestige, since you took whatever. Actually, it's one of Callisto's group.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Wait, is Callisto near when she comes with me?
Close enough. He spots it as he steps back, unwilling to put himself into the spotlight like that.
I'll offer him a cheeky smile and a wink as she comes with me.
Indeed. So, with that, let's see. I'm unsure how long this will last, but as
An
the
hour.
dancers... I'm talking about the thing I have planned.
Oh, never mind.
I haven't pressed play on it yet, so I don't know how long it lasts. So, let's see. As the dancers take their place, music starts up.
I
Yeah. Is it loud enough?
It's pretty low.
Let me bump that up. How is this?
That's good.
Okay. So, as a band of musicians in the corner strikes up its merry tune, the ballroom starts. Now, who wants to try and steal the show?
Of course.
Alrighty. This, how are you going to attempt this? If you roll Trade Performancer, you will get plus 30 due to the performancer trade, meaning you are a dancer.
I'm gonna give myself plus 40 and give myself plus 10.
Oh snap.
Wait, how do you give yourself plus 40 to it?
Oh,
Plus-
she had a plus 30 to begin with due to the trade,
Oh,
and she got a plus 10 by spending a fate point.
you actually have trade performancer?
Yeah, I'm a painter and a dancer.
So, who wants to try and top that, if any?
Can I just roll agility?
You can try and roll acrobatics if you want to get really creative.
Oh wait, I can roll acrobatics, alright.
You get a plus 10 to that due to its non-artistic nature. Oh, snap.
What?
Alexis, do you want to add degrees of success to that?
Yes!
There you go.
I will spend my fate to do that. I don't care if it's my last one.
I'm going to spend my fate point too.
Viggy,
Yes.
just for the giggles, can I use tech use to use my mechanical appendages and a flourish of like sending sparks out with each hand motion?
Indeed, you can try.
No, not so special.
It is quite the thing. However, you can roll a commerce test while you're doing this, since you and the lady might be discussing some interesting business.
Do I at least get a bonus for being with the freaking rogue trader?
Don't worry, everyone. Once this thing is over, we will see what happens. So, Larician doesn't get enough. Tarvok doesn't get enough on his tech use. And Mope, it is up to you and Aristide if you wanted to make a show of it. Ah, crap, I have to start this again now.
I'm gonna look at Aristide and just say, I think it's better to know when to fight and when not to fight.
Indeed, I think we are being outplayed here.
Best not to try.
Yes, we'll keep it simple as you waltz around. So, with that, the quite phenomenal display of artistic merit is put forth in the form of this wonderful dance, and as beautiful maneuver after beautiful maneuver gets played out, the audience gives wonderful applause and oohs and ahs, and with that, everyone that succeeded on their quote-unquote dance moves gets +1 influence. However, Amma is going to grab the winnings with +3 influence.
Yay!
Only
Oh
because he spent a fate point to add a degree of success.
Now I'm literally like gonna go run off the ceiling. I can't believe I didn't try to do something.
I am so sorry, Mope. It's fine. You, in your mind, you have already won.
Can Amma take his dance partner to a secluded corner of the room?
You can try. You can roll another charm test. And for your wonderful dancing, you can get another +20. What was that, Mope?
I'm just like really bummed out right now. I lost influence.
You didn't lose influence. You just didn't. You didn't gain any either. You played it safe.
I lost influence here.
No, you didn't. You could have rolled and actually lost influence had you failed.
Alright.
So don't be too bummed out. You just played it safe, is all. So with that, as I think this is the end of the song. Let's say that.
I'm still gonna look at my partner at the moment.
Indeed. And he looks back at you, and as the music comes to its conclusion, he says, My, we made quite the show, didn't we?
Yes. Your moves are amazing.
And with that, I need everyone to roll an awareness test.
Have the Reigns of Castamere started playing?
Nope.
Amma is busy.
And as the music slows down, as the music dies down, Larisian, you can see through one of the windows, you can note that, oh yeah, by the way, it's dark outside already. However, as you look out one of the windows, you can see a glint of something reflecting from the shadows of the forest.
A glint from the forest.
You have 5 seconds to say something, Noble, before action takes place.
Oh, so it's something like that. Yeah, he's gonna yell to get down, I guess. Because if it's something like that, then yeah.
And with that, you hear the breaking of glass, and Ren, Alexis,
Yes?
I'm going to have to ask you to roll for your conversion field.
Oh. Oh god. Oh no, it does not protect me.
It's not, I'm not asking for you. And with that...
No! No!
And with that, panic starts to grip the scene as you see, as Maxellian falls limp in your hands. And do you try and hold him up?
Yes?
I won't have you roll anything, but you're now holding the limp body of Maxellian Vor in your hands. I don't actually have
I'm gonna
panic
shout
screaming ready for
to
this.
everybody, sniper.
Alright, but we'll slow that. And he's...
And then I'm gonna shout for Polonia.
I will look over to Aristide before I need to run over to Rosalina.
He, with a grave look on his face, he simply nods.
Duck for cover. We'll be okay. Oh, and I'm just gonna run off.
Indeed. People. Before I answer that one, you see that people are panicking, and some of them are even rushing towards the exits.
Okay. How far out was the sniper?
From where you're looking, about 500 meters from here.
Darn. Okay. Well, I was gonna. Yeah. Never mind then.
Yeah. Which, in sniper terms, isn't actually that far, but far enough.
Yeah. It's
How far can I stretch my Sinisians?
How far can you stretch your Sinisians? I'll say, willpower bonus times 10.
I'm gonna try to push Rosalina into cover.
I'm just gonna hold my ground really quickly and just try to applying pressure to his wound.
You see that Maxellian appears to have been hit in the neck.
Rosalina, we can handle that once we're no longer under fire. We have to get out of the open.
I'm gonna... Oh god, I don't know what to do.
Get out of the open! And I'm gonna try to push her off into like a side hallway.
Indeed. As you carefully drag Maxellian, you can hear footsteps approaching from behind you, and as you look up, you can see the armed guard, the armsmen of the Vord dynasty, arrive with minimal weaponry, seeing how most of them have pistols of some variety, be they las or auto, and they are pointing them around, setting up a perimeter around their fallen Lord Captain. One of them, a bulky-looking man with crew cut blonde hair, looks down at you and says, "What happened? What is going on?"
There was a sniper.
He leans into the gorget of his armor and says, "I want teams on all over the grounds. Search for snipers. Nobody's getting out of here. Lock the place down."
Vicky, awareness.
Yes.
I'm looking to see if the wound was caused by a disc-based weapon.
Disc-based weapon. So roll for me a medicate to try and examine the wound.
Oh, I rolled an awareness.
You gotta roll Medicaid.
I have a chance. I don't have a chance.
As you look out, it is difficult to tell. Oh boy. So, with all the blood, Rosalina struggles to find exactly.
Yeah, I would immediately go ahead and try to start figuring out what was going wrong and getting ready to stitch it back together.
Indeed. As you look over at Maxellian, you can see that there is a tiny entry wound at the base of his neck, next to his skull. It is, unfortunately, it is unlike any actual bullet wound you've actually seen. It is way too small to have been an actual bullet.
Is there an exit wound?
There is not. Not on the other side, at least. However, as you check for pulse, you find that no, there is indeed no life left in this man.
Oh, is there any guardsmen nearby me?
There are a group of armsmen setting up around you, and they seem to be as confused as you. However, with the practice ease you show, with which you show your medical profession, they seem to be content to let you attempt to save their lord. Well, as hopeless as that is.
I'm just gonna look pissed off, and I'm just gonna say to Polonia, remove whatever round is in his neck.
Before you can say that to me, I'm gonna check the time and then tell the closest guardsman time of death.
Oh boy. Polonia, you know, Thalia, you know that would be unable to extract the round that was fired, at least from here. You would need a proper facility to do so.
Rosalina, if we want to perform an autopsy, we're going to need a better facility than the floor of a ballroom.
I'm just gonna look around. Yeah, let's do that.
Rosalina, I think there might be a bit of a conflict of interest. His dynasty probably isn't going to just hand over his body for autopsy to us.
Is it possible to get any shrapnel out of his neck now?
It isn't shrapnel.
It's hard to describe what it is. I'd need a scan, or I need to be able to scan the area before I even knew what I was looking for.
Could Larisian look at it?
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out a disc. Does it look like this?
As you hold that up for Polonia to look at, Polonia, you can immediately tell that whatever caused the entry wound was not that big. It's even smaller than that.
Whatever it was that was smaller than that.
Damn. I'm gonna put it down. Oh, well, I'm gonna put it back into my bag.
Indeed.
And I'm gonna go on closed circuit comms with Tarvok as I move away from Polonia. Tarvok.
Yes.
Did your rats get any visual confirmation of Sniper?
Viggy?
Unfortunately, no. The rat has been going around the palace, mapping it out for you. It has not been outside the grounds yet.
That being said, Viggy, can I roll a logic test to try to triangulate from where the shot came, from what Larisian said of the shot and where it hit, and just kind of triangulate where it came from?
Indeed, you can. Roll logic. +10.
Also, out of everybody here, I'm going to roll Psynicians to check if any of them have any psychic potential at all.
Go for it.
Damn!
Ouch.
I'm too busy, trying to handle the person I'm with, I guess.
Probably. The woman seems insensate, with fear.
Oh, come now. This is the life we lead. You'll be fine.
And I'm just going to walk up to you and push the woman aside.
What?
We have a matter to deal with.
I think I don't know that, but causing panic and just running about. And I look around. Everyone in this room, and I kind of whisper. Actually, I go into signals. Everyone in this room could be a suspect. Someone could have been manipulating this all the way down to the smallest detail, getting him right in the position.
And I'm just going to sign back. It wasn't an Imperial weapon.
And with that, all 6 hands drop. And in regular voice, I say, "What?"
And I'm going to sign Eldari.
And I say, "Are you sure?" And with actually all 6 hands, I say, "Are you sure?"
I'm going to sign back no.
With that, actually, Tarvok, Rosalina, Thalia, you note that actually, Pri, what did you want to do?
Ama is going to, first stretch down to the lady he's courting and kiss her hand and say, "We will have to continue this later." And then he's going to slip away.
Indeed, like a shadow in the night.
So stealth.
Rolling stealth. Oh boy. Fate point?
Corner's not having.
Yes, last fate point.
Go for it. Oh boy, there's a chance that someone might catch you. They do not. So, with that, the three of you, aka Rosalina, Tarvok, and Thalia, you note that two of your of your colleagues are not here. They seem to have scampered off somehow.
Have they got... Now I look to Rosalina. Have our two companions gone independent agents for a moment?
More than likely.
Indeed. So, with that, I need both Nubel and Pri to roll for me. Actually, you don't need to roll anything, really. Actually, no, both of you roll an awareness and a stealth.
Say, Amma would also have slipped on his presence goggles.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So that will give you a plus 20 to your awareness.
I would also have my aspects out and my photo contacts in.
I heard a chicken.
I really need to get my awareness.
Yeah. Alright, Nubel, let's see your rolls. You have a... Let's see, what was it? The photo contacts gives plus 10, I think? For... Actually, it gives you dark sight, so yeah, I think it gives you plus 10 for being in the dark.
Yeah. Then I can't remember what it is for aspects. Is it plus 10 or 20?
Oh no, I think... Oh no, the photo visor doesn't actually give a plus, it just means you don't get minuses. But the aspects does give you plus 20. There we go.
Yeah, okay.
Hot damn. Is that enough? I think it is.
I forgot I had the plus 20 to that roll.
So...
I would pass that still.
So let's see. If I am interpreting that right, I do believe... Nubel, if you want to add a degree of success to your awareness, you will spot Amma.
Amma? Sure.
But because
Actually,
he failed his awareness, he won't spot you because you succeeded the stealth.
No, since we're allies, I'm not going to spend a fate point on that. I'm just going to...
You won't see him otherwise. You will sneak past each. You will sneak past each other. That was the point. So, as Amma and Larisian sneak out of, you can get the drop on Pri. Well, you can get the cool. Oh, I'm so sneaky. I'm so sneakier than you. So you can. Now's your time to brag.
Pretty bad. You seem to be. Wow, that was a really wrong voice. But anyway, I'm gonna.
Try again.
Yeah. Pretty odd. You seem to be lacking a little bit in your awareness, and awfully not as stealthy as you seem to make yourself up to. Come on, let's get going.
Indeed.
So, you move forward towards where you best estimate where the sniper's location was, and you arrive at a clearing which overlooks the palace ground and the window where the shot went through. And I need the two of you to roll an awareness test. Auspex does not help here.
Oh boy.
Does my goggles help?
They do give you a plus 20. Oh damn. With that, let's go with Amma first. You are able to find a set of footprints. They are so faint that had you not been wearing your presence goggles, you would have been hard pressed to find them in the dark. But find them you do. The depth of the footprints would indicate that the person that made them must have been very light. However, Larisian, with that crit, you are able to find something quite different. That is a tiny, what you recognize because you do have Forbidden Lore Eldar, don't you?
Yep, I have 2 ticks in it.
Yeah, you have 2 ticks in it. Just because you have that, you were able to recognize a, what's it called? I'm going to call it just a Wraithbone splinter.
Oh, damn.
Lying next to a branch that you find, and you recognize this as quote unquote a first, as you know it, as the first shaving of a weapon clip. It is a Eldar tradition that, because they have so much ammo for their weapons, they usually snip the first bit off for quote unquote good luck.
You mean magazine, not clip.
It's hard to say with a shuriken weapon or the other Eldar weapons that they have. They are quite alien. I don't think they work with human gun words.
Anyway.
Arma is going to tap Larissa's shoulder and point towards the trail on the ground. I do think we should follow this.
Larissa's gonna pick up the shaving and kind of just look it over real quick. Aye, and if that's what I think it is, well, I personally don't believe we're going to find them. But yeah, nonetheless, let's get going in case they slip up.
Indeed.
Roll, the both of you, a survival test for tracking.
Oh, boy.
Any plus or minus?
No plus and no minus. Nope.
Arma gets lost.
I'm gonna reroll.
Go for it. No.
You get slightly less lost.
However, this is not an indicator of just how lost you get. This is an indicator of how quickly you lose the trail. As you attempt to track your elusive prey, you are unable to find any further trails, as they seem to simply vanish like a ghost. Ooh, spooky! So, perhaps a tactical retreat is in order.
I am going to have my burb come and, use his bionic eye and record the tracks and the shell, the casing.
Actually, it's not a shell casing, as it is the first slice of cheese that you throw away. That's probably the best analogy I can think of.
Yeah. He's going to use his eye and, record everything.
Indeed. So, quick question, Nooble. Does Loritian actually, pocket the thing without telling Ama about it?
Yeah, he would have held it up to show him, okay. If this is what I think it, if this belonged to who I think it belongs to, then we're not going to find it. That's what he said.
Fair enough. Okay, in that instant, Trap shows up and records what he sees.
But Lurton's just gonna call out in Eldari. Whoever you are, if you're still around here, I'd suggest showing yourself. I personally mean you no harm. I can guarantee this man with me.
Roll linguistics.
Eldar.
Plus
right.
Linguistics Eldar plus 10.
Alrighty.
Oh,
damn.
Crap.
Oh, damn.
I love you, Nooble.
I will take that into account. So, with that, the armsmen of the Vor dynasty have arrived with Medicaid personnel, standard Medicaid personnel, who have taken Maxelian's body up and are no doubt hauling him away towards the Medicaid Center. Are you three going to follow?
Polonia, go with him.
I will.
What would you have me do?
I do so.
I'm just gonna look at you, concerned. Look over at the blood and look at the blood splatter on myself. This dress cost a fortune.
It can be cleaned. I look to Rosanna, my lady. If you'd like, I can either go with them and help investigate, or I can stay here. Up to you, really.
Go with them. I'm gonna look towards Aristide.
He has been waiting in the wings, notably away from a line of sight of that window.
Aristide, where's Marino?
Hold on. And he lifts up the cuff of his jacket and speaks into it and says, Master of Signals, patch me through. You know who. Moreno, get down here. You're needed. And with that, he looks up at you and simply nods.
And I'm gonna let out a sigh of relief that she wasn't actually here.
Indeed. He looked with that, I'm actually gonna have Aristide roll a scrutiny test on that one, because that may be something he may want to address. Let's see, against his fellowship, and boom. Do you attempt to hide that relief?
No.
No.
I'm just gonna slightly turn away when I do it.
Indeed. Aristide approaches you and says, I understand your concern regarding Morino.
Polonia confirmed that wasn't an Imperial weapon.
She did.
Wait, no, I didn't.
No? You didn't?
Did I? I just thought it was, or I just thought I couldn't, or it was just a small projectile.
Fair enough. It might. Well, considering the. I mean, would you say that Polonia is quite proficient with ballistics?
Sure.
So
we can say I confirm.
Roll for me a ballistic skill test plus 10.
That's a funny way of using ballistics.
Yeah. So
I'm good at that.
You are, and considering the distance traveled, the window it pierced through, and the damage it did to Maxelian, even getting through, quote unquote traveling at being small enough to get through without activating Rosalina's force field, you are quite certain that no gun you have ever handled could have made that shot, which kind of narrows it down to non-Imperial designs.
Well, I guess I confirm it then.
So, there you go.
Yay!
Keep the conversation going, Alexis?
Yeah.
So, she will be here soon. I have no doubt that she'll be able to assist in finding out what just happened.
I have a good feeling of what happened.
Yeah? What are your thoughts so far? And you see that Aristide is just looking around the room, not looking you in the eye as he says these things.
I had my suspicions that there were Eldar in this world, and I think we just confirmed it.
We'll see and wait until Polonia has something concrete in her hands. And with that, I am gonna say, with that, we will continue next week.
Oh.
Because the next part of the investigation will be way too long to begin right now.
Fair enough.
Besides, it's good to end it on a bombshell.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of Queen's Court. This episode was quite exciting, and I got to dance, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So, with that, I want to thank everybody for joining us once again. I'm Alexis, the Ego Queen. I love you guys. Bye!